Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, everybody. Welcome back to another Strange Bro Jim stream. I'm your host, Strange Bro Jim. And today we are going to be getting started on some more Conceptis puzzles. Now, there isn't really anything more left here, um, so probably not going to be doing too much more for like maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or even Thursday, to be honest. Um, so tomorrow, the next couple days of streams are probably going to be more focused on like trying to take care of um, some things that I need to take care of. Getting videos up, back to getting videos uploaded, getting um, the idea of trying to do a Terraria mod still kind of is lingering in my mind, and I really need to kind of try to work on that. I also want to do that um, one introduction video, which I would need to edit. Um, so yeah, there's a bit that I'm gonna need to kind of do and work on to see about um, trying to get a little bit more in terms of work done later on. But I fear, you know, I typically have, I typically do one more puzzle, for the week kind of thing. So I figured I might as well go ahead and show that one off. Um, it is a medium difficulty, so it's going to be a little rough to finish it off. It is going to be a really large puzzle to show. So it's going to be kind of hard for everybody to see. Um, but let me at least go ahead and create a brand new. Um, Let me at least create a brand new one for a second here. Hold on. Um, let me go ahead and try to set it up without causing myself any problems. Let's see. Ooh, that's gonna be a little bit of a problem from what I can see. You know what? I'm gonna have to reduce down the size of this a little bit. That'll have to do. All right. So there we go. Okay. So, um, you know, um, so this is like the very first puzzle that I'm gonna be like, showing for this particular type on this channel. So uh, I'll I'll try to do a little bit of a um, to try to describe this a little bit, but um, it's looking like we don't really have a lot of large numbers here. Like a lot of like single digits, a lot of zeros going on around here. I'm only seeing like 1 8, 2 8s. So, needless to say, there's not going to be a lot of, I guess you might say, color. I mean, there's going to be a lot down here in this particular section. So there's going to be a lot of filled in zones down here. But for the most part, it's going to be looking like there's going to be a lot of blank zones because all the zeros here, there's nothing around them. So I can just kind of, basically mark the fact that there's nothing around these zeros at all. notice how the zeros are grayed out at this point, meaning that, everything surrounding it has been marked out. So, for example, this 3 right here, I know that those 3 blocks are taken up, so the 3 is grayed out now. There's still spots for this 3, you know, next to it, so that's why it hasn't been grayed out itself. Same with this 3 here. Now, once, I see that, hey, we got 3 there, so that's taken care of, so that 3 is grayed out. See what I'm saying? So even though, hey, we got this 4 right here, everything is filled in except for this last remaining one, which is the remaining 4, and now it's grayed out. But this one, not grayed out. Um, so yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you have to be really thorough as to, what's, um, what it, what, uh, what numbers are touching, kind of thing. So, okay. I think that's about as much as I can do there. There's those. Okay, I don't really see any additional zeros anywhere else on the board. Um, Another one that I like to look for is 6 on the edge. Because, I mean, there's only 6 boxes, right? So, you know, um, so that's why I kind of try to look for 6 somewhere out here. I like the fact that there's these 5s here, but I don't know where the one spot is going to be, kind of thing. Like it could be here, it could be there, I don't know. So, okay, we can clear out those, which is good. Block those off, so those are good. Okay, the 4's there, so we got that taken care of. Got a 4 there, which takes care of this. There's 3. There's the 4. Hmm. Oh wait, no. This 3 has just one more block here, and it could be there. Which means this one could have a block there, could have a block there, so I don't really know. Hmm. Okay. It's not looking that great there, folks. This is going to be a bit of a tough one, I would imagine. Okay, there's the 4, so that takes care of the 2. Okay, there's a 5, which is good. 4's done there. There's the other 4. Got that one. Okay. 3's taken care of there, so with that 3 there. 6 is there. This 3 is taken care of. That 3 needs that one. There's 4 there. The 6 has enough spots. Okay, 4 is taken care of. The 1 is taken care of. 6 has enough blanks, so there it goes. The 4 is taken care of. 5 needs those. 2 is done. That 2 has those, which clears out that. That 3 is done. That 4 is done. That 3 is done. 8. You know, has that one spot there, which is great for that. I can fill out everything there, which is fantastic. Same with the 7 here. 5 is done, which there goes the 8. That 5 is done there. The 3 is done there. 3 is done there. Okay. 3 is done there. Ooh, don't really have anything else though right at the moment, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, I know I have a blank spot there. Because I can't have 2 blank spots there, otherwise this would be a 6. So, and with that 5 being there with 4 blanks, we have, no, those 2 are done. This 2 is done. This 4, we got that. So that's filled in. There's that. That 3 is done. Okay, those 2's are done here. And we got the 4, 2's done. 3. There's the 2. There's the 4, 2's done, 2, and the 1 is done, 2, that one's done, there's the 5, okay, 6, 7, 7, there's the second block there. Not sure what else is there, so come back down here, we got 6, 4's done, 7's done, 7's done, 7's done, 6 is done, that 7's done, that 7's done, that 6 is done. Okay, let's see what else we got. That 2 is done. Okay, this 2 is done. 3 is done. 6 is done, 7 is done, 6 is done, 5 is done, 6 is done, 6 is done, 7 is done, there's a 6, 4, there's 6, there's a 2, 7, okay, okay, Really not seeing all that much left that I can do over here on the right hand side. Not very well. Well, one has to be there, so that one's blank, which doesn't necessarily help me too much. So at least not yet. Okay. Ooh, I see the 3's done there. There's the 5. 5's done there. 5 is done there. 2 is done. 3 is done. 6 is done. 5 is done. 4 is done. 5 is done. 4 is done. 4 is done. 3 is done. 4. 3. 2. There's 1. There's 3. There's the 3. 2's done. 2's done. 2's done. Okay, 4's gone. 5's good. 5's good. 6 is good. 5 is good. 4 is good. 3 is good. 1 is good. 3 is good. 3 is good. 5 is good. 6 is good. Same with that 6. That 5. That 3. That 4. That 6. 2. 4. 2. 5 and 2. 3. 6. 2. 5. 5. 5. So the 5. 5. 2's done. 1 is done. 3's done. 3's done. Those are out because we just have one block here for the 4, so that 3 is easy to fill in. That 4's done. There's that missing block there. There's 4's done there. 2's done. What else? 5 is done. 3's done. That 3's done. There's that 6. And that 3's done. That 3's done. 5's done. There's the other 5. That 3's done. 4's done. 1 is done. 3's done. 4. Got that 4. This 5 is good. This 4 is good. And takes care of that 4. That 4 is good. That 4 is good. That 6 is good. Same with 5. There's that 5. And we have one more there, which will finish off that 2, so I can block off everything else. Which means that has to have a block there, because it's one or the other on this one, so that 4 is done, that 6 is done, that 4 is done. There's that 6, there's that 6. Okay, if there's one block there, then that means that those are taken care of. That 4 is done, so the block is there. Gotcha. Okay, the 5 is there, so that 4 is taken care of. Ooh, that 5 is good. That 3 is good. This 5 is good. The 3 is good. The 4 is good. 3 is good. 3 is good. 5 is done. That 5 is done. That 3 is done. That 4 is done. Same with that 4. That 4 is good. This 2 is done. That 3 is done. That 3 needs that one. This 3 is done. Need that blocked off there for 5. That 3 needs those 2, which takes care of that 2. That 2 needs that one, which blocks off that. That 2 needs that, which blocks off that. We need one more there, which blocks off that. There we go. Okay, that 4 is good. What else? 3 is good. 2 is good. That 3 is good, which takes care of this 2. 2 needs that, which fills in that. That 4 needs that one. Ooh. This is a bit of a mess. Not much we can really do about that for right now. That 3 needs that one, which fills in for that. Fills in that 2. Needs that one there. 4 needs that one, which fills in that. Hey there, Jake. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. How's your day been? Okay, the 3's done there. Blocks off that one. 2's done. That 2's done. Fills in that. Yeah, that 2's done. That 1 is done. 2 gets filled in there, which blocks off that 3 there. Blocks off that 3 there. So the 5 needs those 2, which blocks off that one. Not sure about these. So we'll have to hold off on that for right now. Let's look elsewhere and see if we can find any additional clues. Not really seeing much right now, or at least nothing super easy. Ooh, yeah. Don't really see much here on the left side anymore. Let me come back to the right side and see if there's something here that I might have maybe missed. Okay, the 6 has those 3, so that fills in that, which fills in that 4. That 3 is done. Need one more for that one, which fills in that 1. That 2 needs that one. That 1 needs that. Fills in that. There's that 2. This 2 is good, so we're good there. That 4 needs those, which fills in that one. That 6 is done, so fill in that one. That 4 needs that, which fills in that for the 2. That 2 is done. That 2 needs that one, which fills in for that. That 2 is done. That 1 is done. That 2 only has that one remaining, which fills in for this one. That 3 needs those, which fills in for that 3. That 2 needs that one, which fills in for that 2. That 4 needs those. That 5 has everything, so fill in that. That 5 needs that. 7 has the 2 blocks, so we're good there. 7 needs that hole. The 7 has 2 holes, so that gets filled in. That 7 needs 2 holes. That 7 has 2 holes, so we fill in that one. That 2 is done. fill in that. That 3 only has 3 remaining spots, so that gets filled in. So that 3 is done. That 1 is done. We got 2 here. We got 4 there. This 4 needs all those. That 3's done. Let's see. That 6 is done. That 7 has 2 holes, so it's good. That 7 needs another hole. This one's done. This 6 needs another hole. That 6 needs 1 more there. That 5 needs a hole. That 6 needs 1 more. I don't think I've seen this game outside of the stream. How does it work? Okay, so all these numbers represent the number of blocks surrounding it, and it has 9 blocks associated with it. Okay, so for example, let's look at this 3 up here. So it has 9 blocks that is basically touching this 3, right? Notice how this 3 right here goes from a regular number right now to a very grayish, unhighlighted number. Okay, so that means that all these blocks are taken care of for this one number, right? So it has to be, so you have a possibility of 9 blocks that are associated with every single number, right? And so the number here represents how many of the blocks are actually filled in. So for example, this one would have 1 block associated, and every other block around it has to be blank. There's nothing next to that one black box for that one single digit, right? But if you have 2 in there, that's wrong. That doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Otherwise, this would be a 2 instead of a 1. So, um, so the object of the puzzle is to try to fill in the entire puzzle with, making sure that you are selecting the right number of colored boxes versus, what can't be filled in. So I'm going through the puzzle right now to fill in all the possible spots. Take note, for example, this 0 here. Okay, this 0 means that there's no blocks around it whatsoever. If I put a block here, that nulls out. That doesn't work. That's a wrong answer. So it has to be no blocks colored in around that one particular 0. So it helps that you have that kind of clear indicator that nothing can be around it whatsoever. These 9 blocks are nothing. Can't have anything inside these 9 blocks. And you can do that for all the zeros that you see around the entire puzzle. So, if you see a 9, which there is no 9 on this particular puzzle, but if there was, you'd have all the blocks filled in. So if like this 3 was actually a 9, you'd have all 9 blocks filled in. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out what blocks are colored in and what blocks aren't. So for example, this 5 already has 5 colored blocks in there, so all the remaining blocks, including this one right here that is not filled in yet, has to be can't have anything in there because I know that it already has 5 color blocks there, right? So this 6 here has 3 blanks out of the 9, which means I have 3 color boxes, and I need 3 more to make the 6. So that means these 3 blocks here have to be colored in. So that's how you kind of go through the puzzle. Now I've done this multiple times. That's why I'm able to kind of quickly go through it and everybody can get to that speed eventually, even be faster than I am if they, if you can really see, you know, see everything clearly, you know. Like for example, this 6 has 3 blank boxes there, so everything else is filled in. Same with this 6 down there. So this 6 has 6 boxes filled in already, so the last remaining box has to be blank. That 4 needs a black box, so fill that one in. That 5 has 5 black boxes filled in, so it just needs one more blank. There we go. That 6 has 3 blanks, so it needs all the rest filled in. That 7 is missing 1 blank, so that gets filled in. So do you have to buy the game? No. It is a well, it is on Conceptis Puzzles. You go to the website and you can make yourself a free account. And every week they bring out a series of puzzles available for you to play. They open up one free puzzle um, per puzzle per week. So um, so this is just one of the puzzles that they offer. Here, let me hide the puzzle so you can kind of see the main screen here. So if I go to the play online here, you'll notice that, I've been doing, multiple puzzles. The puzzle that I'm working on right now is the Fill-a-Pix puzzle, the, free new one. And you can purchase multiple, if you want to, purchase their credits and buy more puzzles, you're welcome to. I'm sure that they would be happy if you did that. But I'm not endorsed by them. I asked if they would be fine with me doing these streams, you know, concerning their puzzles, and they said yes. So, um, and they have multiple types of puzzles available for you. You know, for example, Sudoku. Sudoku is obviously one of those popular ones that is out there. So if you want to play some Sudoku puzzles, believe me, they have plenty. So, um, so yeah. But every Thursday night, or I guess Friday morning, they do an update on what's available for free. You know, so you just need to make yourself a free account, and you can every week they open up a brand new free puzzle for you to play if you want to. So, um, and seeing that I don't have any, um, I don't have any, um, uh, you know, any income that is available to, um, purchase any of the puzzles. I can't really help these guys out other than, just kind of promoting them this way. So hopefully they appreciate that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and finish off this. That one's done. That 7 needs those blocked off. That one's blocked off there. That 6 needs the rest filled in there. Um, okay, that 2 is done. That 3 needs that one, which blocks off that. That 4 needs those, which blocks off that. That 3 needs that one, which blocks off the 2. That 3 needs that one. That 4 is blocked off. Okay, we have that 5 there that has it blocked off, so everything else is filled in for that one. So that's good. We don't know which one of these is open and blocked in, so don't really know about this yet, but I know that those have to be blocked off though, because only one of these can be open, so I know those are filled in. So this 6 has that one, which means this 7 is filled in. That needs that one. That 6 needs that filled in. That 6 needs those filled in. That 5 needs those open. That 4 is completely filled in. That 3 needs that one. That 7 has all the holes out and done, so there we go on that one. That 6 needs that one. That 7 has those holes, so those are filled in. That 7 has those holes, so those are filled in, which means that has to be filled in. That needs that filled in. We have that 5 there, which makes that. We have that 5, which fills in that one. That 5 needs that one open, so that 7 needs that filled in, which opens up that. That 4 has 2, so that's filled in, which opens up that one. That 3 needs that, which, there we go. So that part of the puzzle is pretty much done. So we still got, basically 2/3 of the puzzle left to finish off here. So that 4 needs that one, which blocks off the rest of that. That 4 needs that closed off. Ooh, can't really do much more here, so we're gonna have to hold off on that for now. The 2 here will have like 2 boxes filled in here, which means this 2 is also filled in, which means those are empty. So that 2 is taken care of, so we can fill those in, which means that 2 needs that one. That 2 is taken care of, so we're good there. That 2 needs that one. That 2 needs that one, so that takes care of that one. That needs that, which takes care of that 2. That 2 needs that, which fills in that 2. That 2 needs that one. That 2 is filled in, so we can take care of that. That 2 is taken care of, so we can close that off. That 3 needs those, which we can close that off. That 3 needs that one. That 2 has that, which closes off that 3. That 4 needs all these, which closes off this 3. That 4 is done as well, so we can close that off. That 5 needs these 3, which closes off this 3. That 4 needs that one. That 4 has all 5 spots, open, so the remaining 4 is closed off, so there we go. That 3 is good, so we can close those off. That 3 needs that one. That 2 needs that closed off. That 2 needs that closed off. That 2 needs that one, which closes off those. That 3 needs that, which closes off that one. That 3 needs that one, which closes off that. 3 needs that, closes off that. That 6 needs those, which closes off this 4. This 3 needs that one, closes off the 2, closes off the 5. 5 needs that, 2 needs that, closes off the 3. The 4 is done, closes off that. That 5 needs that, which closes off both of these 3s. That 4 is done, so we can close off that. That 3 needs that one. That 4 needs those 2, which closes off this 3. That 3 is done, so close off that. The 3 needs that one. Ooh, but we kind of hit a roadblock here a little bit, so I'll have to hold off on the rest of that up there. Not really seeing any other good manipulations yet. So we'll have to hold off on that for right now. Let's come back down here. We got the 2, which fills in for that 1, closes off that one. That 3 needs that, which closes off this 2. This 3 needs that one. That 3 needs that one, which closes off that. That 3 needs that, which closes off there. And that's about as much as we can do there for right now. The 7 has all that taken care of, so we're good there. Okay, so that blocks off the rest of this for that 2 there and this 2 there. So that's awesome. That 2 needs that one, which blocks off these 1s. That 2 needs those. That 3 is done. That 3 needs that one. That 2 is done. That 3 needs that, which closes off that 2. That 4 needs those. That 4 is done. That 4 needs those, which closes off that, that 6 needs these, which closes off this 4. That 4 needs those, which closes off the 3. That 4 needs that, which closes off this 4, which, that 5 needs that one up there. That 3 is done, so we can close off that. That 3 needs those, which closes off this 2, which needs that 3 there, which closes off this 4. Ooh, but I don't know about everything else here yet, so I'll have to hold off there for now. The 5 needs those 2, but not much else we can do there for right now. That 5 needs that one, which closes off that. That 5 needs those, which closes off the 4, which needs 6 needs that, which closes off all this. Or that 3 needs that one, which closes off that, which closes, that 3 needs that, which closes off all that. The 4 needs all that. 2's closed off, and there's the 4. There we go. 5 needs that one. 3 needs those, which closes off that. That 3 needs that one, which closes off that. That 3 needs that one, which closes off that one. The 4 needs those. The 5 needs all that. That 3 needs that one, which closes off this 4. The 5 is done, which closes off this 4 and that 4. The 3 needs that one. The 5 needs those. 4 needs those, which closes off that 3. That 3 is also closed off, which leaves that 2 needing that, which closes off the 3 there, which, that 3 needs that one, which closes off the 2. That 2's taken care of, so that's closed off. That 4 needs that one. Let me finish off this one because it's close to being done anyway. So that 4 is done, so we can close off that. That 4 needs those. Closes off that. There's only 4 spots available for this 4, so those are closed off, which closes off that, which leaves that remaining 4. There we go. Okay, this one has 1, so we can close off the rest of that. That 4 needs that one. That 7 has 2 blocked off, so we can fill in the rest. That 5 is done, so we can close off that one. That 4 has everything pretty much closed off, so it needs all that. That 2 is done, so we can close off that. That 3 needs that one. That 6 has everything, so the rest closed off. The 7 has 2 holes, so the rest gets filled in. That 6 needs 1 more hole. That 7 has 2 holes, so that gets filled in. That 5 has everything, so the rest gets filled in. That 4 needs 1. That 5 needs 1 hole. That 7 has 2 holes, so that gets filled in. That 4 is done. That 3 only has 3 left. That 5 only needs 2 more. That 4 needs 1 more. That 4 is done. That 5 is done, so 1 is there. That 4 has 2, so it just needs those 2 left. That 6 has all 6, so it just needs 1 more hole. That 6 has 3 holes, so the rest is filled in. The 3 is done. 5 needs 1. The 4 is done. 6 needs those 2. 5 is done. 6 needs 2. 7 is done. 5 needs 1 more hole. 6 needs 1 more hole. That needs to be filled in. The 4 needs 2 more. 6 needs 1 hole. 5 needs one more. 4 is done. 3 needs one more. 4 is done. 5 needs 2 more. 4 is done. 6 needs 2 more. This 4 is done. And this 5 needs 1 more. This 4 is done. This 5 needs 4 more. So that's done. That 3 can take care of that. 4 is done. 7 is done. 6 is done. 5 is done. Those 3 needs those 2, which fills in that. That 4 is done, which means that 6 needs all that. That 3 is done. That 5 needs to be filled in. That 5 is done. That 5 needs 1 more. That 3 is done. That 4 needs those. That 4 is done. So that 3 needs that one. That 3 is done. That 2 needs that one, which fills in that. That 3 needs those 2. That 4 is done. That 4 needs 2 more, so that's done. That 3 is done. That 2 needs that one. This 2 is done, which means that 3 needs that one, which fills in for that 3. That 5 needs 2 more, so that fills in. That 5 is done. That 5 needs 2 more. That 2 is done. That 3 needs 2 more. This 5 is done. That 6 needs 2 more. That 5 is done. This 4 needs 2 more. This 2 is done. That 5 needs 2 more. This 4 is done. This 6 needs 2 more. That 6 needs 1 whole. That 4 needs 1 more. Oh, but I'm not quite sure how to handle the rest here. Now I can guess, but there could be like one spot that I might mess up here. You know, like the spot could be there or there. And, it wouldn't necessarily affect where the remaining spot would be for this one, for example. I don't know. And so on and so forth, all the way down to this 3 here. So we're just going to hold off on this for right now until we know a little bit more here. So this 3 needs that one, which this 2 is filled in. That 3 is done. That 3 needs 1 more. Not sure about that 3. That 3 needs 1 more. That 3 is done. That 3 is done. Nope. That 3 needs 1 more. That 3 needs 1 more. That 2 is done. That 3 needs 1 more. That 3 is done. That 4 needs 2 more. That 3 is done. That 3 needs those. That 4 is done. That 4 needs those 2. That 3 is done. Once again, we're still kind of having a little bit of a problem as to where the blocks are lining up here at this moment in time. And that's a little bit of a problem, but we'll see what we can do here. So that 3 needs 1 there, which takes care of all these ones there, which means this 2 needs that one, which fills in that. That 4 needs those. That 5 is good. The 3 is there. That's done. That 4 is done. That 2 is done. That 4 is done. And there we go. 3 there. That 1 is done. The 3 there. That 3 is done. That 3 is done. That 3 is done. And 4 is there. So that 3 is done. That 4 needs that one, which blocks off that one. And there's the block there. That 3 needs that, which blocks off this 3. That 4 needs 2 more. That 5 is done, so it just needs 2, which fills in everything else. That 4 is done. That 4 is done. That 6 has 3 open already, so it just needs that 2 filled in. That means that needs to be whole. That 4 is done, so we're done with that. That 2 needs 1. That 7 has 2, so it needs to fill in that one. That 5 needs one more. That 4 is done. That 3 needs 1. That fills in that one. That 4 needs 1. That 4 needs 2. That 4 is done. That 3 is done. That 5 needs 2. That 4 is done. That 5 needs 2. This 2 is done. That 3 needs 1. This 2 is done. That 5 needs 4. This 2 is done. That 4 needs that one, which fills in for that 4. This 4 needs 2 more. That 3 is done. That 3 is done. Okay, not really seeing any other good ones right at this moment in time, so let's move elsewhere. That 3 needs 2. Ooh, okay, well, that 2 is filled, so we got that one, which means that 3 needs that, which means that's filled in. 2 needs that one. This 2 needs those, which means that 3 is filled in. That 4 needs that. That 4 needs 2, which means that 2 is done. That 4 is done. There's 1 there. That 5 has 4 spots, so it needs to fill in the remaining 3. That 2 is done. That 2 needs 1. That 2 needs 2, so that 3 is done, which means that 5 needs 3 more. That 3 needs 1. That 4 is done. That 3 needs 2. That's 2 is done. That 2 needs 2, so this 3 is done. That 6 needs 4 more, so need to fill in that. That 5 is done. This 4 needs 2 more, so that 4 is done. That 5 needs 2. Blanked in. That 3 needs 2. This 5 needs 1. This 5 needs 1 blank. This 5 needs 1 filled in. That 5 needs 1 blank. That 3 is done. That 3 needs 1 more. This 3 is done. That 3 needs 1 more. We're getting close to the end here. That 3 is done. That 4 needs 1 more. That 4 is done. This 6 needs 3 more. This 3 is done. This 3 is done. This 4 needs 1 more. That 4 is done. That 5 needs 1 more. That 5 is done. 6 needs 1 more. This 2 is done. That 4 needs 1 more. And that 4 is done. That 2 needs 1. This 5 is done. This 3 needs 1. This 2 is done. This 3 needs 2. That 3 is done. This 3 needs 1. That 2 is done. That 4 needs 1. This 2 needs 1. And there we go. And oh my gosh, I wasn't showing any of it. God damn it. Sorry about that, folks. I was talking about so much there that I completely forgot that I had it on the other screen. I apologize. Frack. Well, the remaining corner was right down here. I apologize. Completely missed the fact that I didn't have it on the right screen. So, well, we got ourselves a little bit of a snowboarder. What I was talking about before was the fact that this entire row, I couldn't really fill in before because, um, like this entire row was completely blank, so I wasn't sure like where the the black square was. I kind of wish that I could kind of go back right at the moment in time. I wonder, is there a way for me to kind of show? No, not really. I show a way to kind of um, redo everything. Sorry about that. My fault on that. Frack. Oh well. But you know, you get the gist of the puzzle. So, and we're all done. So I think I'll go ahead and move on to um, let's tackle some. Well, um, I'm done with all the puzzles that I kind of want to do. So, um, like I said, there's still like some of these others. The Dot-a-Pix, the Mesa-Pix, and the Simba-Pix. They really don't have anything worthwhile for me in terms of like difficulty. Um, and the majority of my time for the Sudoku and Kuruku puzzles typically are just a lot of filling in with pencil marks, and it, especially the Kuruku, sometimes I can figure parts of the number out, um, like, here, let me kind of zoom in on this puzzle here, right? So, um, like we're seeing like a 4 there, and I believe this is a, yeah, this has to be a 3. So, um, so most likely this would be like a 2 and this would be a 9, and then you'd have 1 there, which means a 3 would have to be there. Um, you know, not quite sure what this number is. I would imagine with the 9 plus 3, which is 12, this would have to be like a 13, so maybe a 1 there and a 4 there. So, I mean, there's ways to try to figure out the puzzle without pencil marks. So, um, it's just sometimes there's parts where I'm gonna need to, put in pencil marks from time to time. So that's all. It's not typically my main go-to though. So that's all. But that's gonna be it for the Conceptus puzzles for tonight. We're going to go ahead and close this video down for the Conceptus puzzles. Um, I'll be putting up a playlist for these puzzles in all due time, um, so everybody can kind of enjoy them. And yeah, that's going to be it for tonight concerning the Conceptus. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down the recording. Like and subscribe would be fantastic if you're watching this. Check out the description for multiple links. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.